Hello, and welcome to the podcast. I'm Marisa.
I'm Ariana.
And we're the Krolmeister sisters. As a reminder, this podcast is rated T for teen for strong language and mature themes.
If you don't like that, well, tough titties. Head on. Get out of here and go to Tammy Tucky's very own podcast, Unlocked, where she talks about Nancy Drew things to people.
And stuff.
So true. Just
so
as apt
true.
there as it is anywhere else.
Sure.
The words, not...
Okay. So what are we talking about today, sister?
Oh, we're really going to trust me with that when I literally just couldn't do the thing I do every time. Yes,
you know?
We are. Tonight, we're doing something you guys fucking love. Fucking brackets.
Fucking brackets.
Don't you guys just love brackets?
It's so funny. When I go through our Spotify, analytics, our bracket episodes get, a third more clicks than any other episodes. And, are you guys okay?
At some point, we should do a bracket of all of our bracket episodes.
Yes, a bracket.
They'll love it.
Of course.
But this time, we're doing it.
Yeah, so we had this... Let me see if I can find the thing. Let me find the message. Because it was suggested by Karen, of Karen Plays Nancy Drew. Huh. Where she says on a stream of Viveka, if you guys don't know who she is, she's in the chat right now, and she speed ran Creature of Kapu Cave at the Speedathon. They were talking about how extra the opening scene is in Creature of Kapu Cave, and she was like, someone should rank all of the opening scenes in each game. So, that's what we're doing, except we're not ranking, because apparently, ranking takes us for fucking ever.
Yeah,
We get too in-depth. So.
We do.
Instead, we're going to do a bracket.
Because we love brackets.
So, what I did to really, prepare for this is I went and I watched the opening scene of all of the games. At least the ones I couldn't remember very well. By looking at our VODs on our YouTube, which, if you want to go find it, we're on YouTube.
I like how you say that, guess what, guys? We're also on YouTube.
Yeah, as if people listening to us might not literally be listening to us on YouTube. Hi, YouTube listeners. I see you guys. You exist. You never, write comments, but you could.
You could.
So, first on our bracket, which, by the way, I will be linking this bracket in the description? Yeah, description of the podcast. Yeah. And it should work. Bear with me. This might take a little bit of time because I dislocated my writing wrist. So I'm wearing a wrist brace. I still have, the announcer voice on from our last episode. I should try to take that off.
And the nominees are...
Okay, so first round. This is our qualifier round. Oh, by the way, we have not included Secrets Can Kill, the original version, because we don't remember it. So we've replaced it with Secrets Can Kill Remastered. So yeah, our pre-qualifier is Shadow at the Water's Edge versus Treasure Royal Tower. So Shadow at the Water's Edge, we walk in and to, the Kasami's portrait falling off the wall. Mm-hmm. And Takai and Miwako just fucking arguing in front of us. Whereas Treasure Royal Tower, we just...
In English for some reason.
Yeah, for some reason. Treasure Royal Tower, we're just in our room, and the radiator is making bad noises. So, which is the best of those two, sister?
Well, I'm gonna have to go with, Saw, personally.
Yeah, Shadow of the Water's Edge is definitely a better opening.
Largely also because we're not, well, I guess we kind of are waiting. Well, no, they're waiting for us. But I was just we start with Treasure Royal Tower, and it's we're waiting. I'm waiting for you, Bess and George. And it's no.
Okay, so on to round one.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to put Phantom of Venice up against Shadow at the Water's Edge. Phantom of Venice, if everyone forgets, starts in basically like record scratch. How did I get here? We are in the tunnels, almost drowning.
Yeah.
Which, honestly, that's a pretty fucking good opening.
Really, honestly, much as I dislike that game, I love that opening. That's one of my favorite opening scenes. Absolutely.
Yeah. So honestly, Phantom of Venice wins. That is the first time I'll say that, really, in anything.
How did I get here? Woke up this morning in Italy? What the heck happened?
What the heck happened? Okay, next is Message in a Haunted Mansion versus Stay Tuned for Danger. Message in a Haunted Mansion starts out, actually, with, the, like, thunderclapping and, like, the lightning on the, like, silhouette of the house, which, pretty good opening.
Pretty rad.
Stay Tuned for Danger, we're just in Maddie's apartment. We're just there. And then she's like, come on in, it's open. And it's like, okay.
I hate the sound work in that scene, so I'm gonna have to go with Message in a Haunted Mansion, because
I think that's just a better one anyway.
What a stellar start. Just
I know, it's just like fucking
I always love
it.
a movie that starts that way. Like, why am I gonna go against a game that starts that way?
Exactly. Okay. Ghost of Thornton Hall versus Labyrinth of Lies. So Ghost of Thornton Hall, we are woken up in the middle of the night by Savannah calling us, telling us she wants us on the case. Labyrinth of Lies, we're just like there, and I think we're on the phone with the Hardy Boys.
Yeah.
And we hear like, ah! And then we run in there, and it's literally just they're practicing the play.
But the best part is Nancy can't identify that it's a play. She sees they're on a stage, but she's like, "Hey, you stop that!" Like, am I misremembering, or does she not try to like intervene when it's clearly a play practice?
She like shows up and she's just kind of like, "Is everyone okay?" And it's like,
because I feel like that's when then
hey, yeah,
Xenia
it's
is like,
yeah, I think so.
Yeah. No, but actually, weirdly, I'm gonna have to go with Labyrinth of Lies.
I think it's just very ridiculous. Now, like,
absolutely
if Ghost
ridiculous.
of Thornton Hall was up against something else, I would totally win, because I love the idea of just waking up in the middle of the night to being called by some woman we've never met. We've just talked to her in Japan.
Yeah.
And now we're just getting a phone call from her being like, Nancy, I need you to go
check on my
in my
ex-boyfriend.
place. Exactly. Like, however, I agree. I think Nancy just not even like, oh my gosh, we're in a theater. There's a play going on. I know this. However, I'm immediately going to storm in here thinking something
That game is just
like
so
wrong.
It's so extra, just because, like...
I mean, fair enough. Last time she was in a theater and someone screamed from the next room, her friend got kidnapped.
Okay, but that was backstage, not on stage.
Yeah. Okay, next is Ransom of the Seven Ships versus Secrets Can Kill Remastered. Ransom of the Seven Ships, we get George running towards the plane, being like, don't leave! Whereas in Secrets Can Kill Remastered, we're just in Aunt Eloise's house, and once we try to leave, we get called by Detective Beach.
I think my absolute favorite part about the Ransom Seven Ships opening is Nancy cannot see the panic of her on her friend's face for some reason. It's another one of those Nancy can't read a situation, because she's like, whoa, George, what's going on? It's like, bitch, she's clearly panicking.
Yeah, she's like trying to wave down the guy, but you're just like, it's fine. Okay, yeah. Amazingly enough,
it's about her.
Ransom of the Seven Ships wins something.
Good job, Ransom of the Seven Ships.
Wow, that was some interesting handwriting. Okay, so the final scene versus White Wolf of Icicle Creek. So final scene is Maya just is like, wish me luck, and then she gets kidnapped, and we can just go do things before
we don't
looking
have to
for
investigate shit.
But then White Wolf Icicle Creek, we're just in a car with Ollie.
Yes.
And then we see the bunkhouse explode.
Exactly.
Which is pretty intense.
Yeah.
But I honestly think that final scene wins because it's just like, wish me luck, Nancy, and then immediately gets kidnapped.
Immediately kidnapped.
I'm just gonna, yeah.
I don't know.
So,
I mean, I personally say White Wolf Icicle Creek, but it's fine. I won't argue it.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't feel that strongly about it.
It's like, it's kind of cool, but I also just don't like Ollie. He's just not a likable person.
He's not, no.
So,
yeah.
you know. Okay, oof. Creature of Kapu Cave, which
starts
where
with us seeing something
someone just trashing the camp. That's what, with like,
we start with old white man vision, because we know that it was fucking, what's his name?
Craven, yeah. But yeah, versus Shadow Ranch, which once the game itself actually starts, it's not that interesting. But in the letter at the beginning, she takes a picture of Dave. I tried to call him Greg.
Greg Davery.
So we see like a picture of Dave from the back wearing his fucking chaps at the airport, and then we're just like, well, we weren't able to get a hold of Bess and George, so we left. And it's like,
bitch,
you just
you did
left
what?
the airport? My friends just didn't come in, so we left them. But yeah, so Dave's ass or white guy vision?
I mean, I'll be real, white guy vision, because it is one of the most perplexing parts of that fucking game.
Because the funny thing is that's not even like the fucking mystery. It's just not the mystery, and yet it's so important. We are so misled in that fucking game. It's true. Next one, both very dramatic. Danger by Design, where we walk in and Minette is throwing a tantrum. Versus Captive Curse, where we get like a full-on like black and white intro of like some woman running up and is like, help me! And then she gets like drawn back. It's crazy. It is bonkers. So I think Captive Curse wins. Definitely. I mean, Minette does throw a vase. And we do get like a really cool like cinematic shot of the Mulan. So like, hey, shout out to Danger by Design, but I think the woman just being sepia, the peasant being kidnapped many years ago or ages ago or something like that. It's like, how long ago? Hella long. It just says long ago. Long ago. And it's like, hella long. Mean, why did it have to be in like sepia tone or whatever? Yeah. I don't know. If it's to make sure we knew it was hella long ago. So if you guys were her up like it's long ago. If you guys were fans of our blog before the podcast, you'll get this reference. Okay. Next one, pretty fantastic. Oh wait, yeah. Tomb of the Lost Queen. God, that took me way too long. Where it's like the whole sandstorm situation, and like we have this whole narration going on. Mm-hmm. Versus Alibi and Ashes, where we're just in a building that just goes up in flames. That is always fun. Also, you can kill Nancy like within 5 seconds of starting that game. That is true. You can just have her burned to death. You can also call people from the burning building. You can. So, but, God, Tomb of the Lost Queen just has that really nice, like, narrated intro. Mm-hmm. It's also just, like, really cool, and I do dig the sound design for the storm. Yeah. And okay. I think we can go with Tomb of the Lost Queen. I think it's just more dynamic. I mean, as it has been pointed out in the chat, Nancy's just yelling John, and everyone's like, who? We don't know why we're here. We don't know what's going on. Okay. Okay, so next is Legend of the Crystal Skull versus Curse of Blackmore Manor. both very just beginnings. So, Legend of the Crystal Skull, we walk in to the dark, empty house, and then there's a skeleton. There's a skeleton man, and then he blows something at us, and we pass out. Versus Curse of Blackmore Manor, where we get out of the car, where we're in the car and we pull up, and the guy goes, "Noit, miss."
Noit, miss.
Noit. It's just like, what? And then we walk up and we hear like the growling behind us, and we look behind us, and it's the red eyes, and it's like, "Nancy." And then Mrs. Drake is like, "What child?"
And then we slowly pan back over, and it's gone, because everything
gone.
is really slow motion. So as much as I love that scene, I am absolutely gonna have to go with
Crystal Skull.
Crystal Skull, because if nothing else, the jump scare, like, that scared the shit out of us, especially the first time.
Yeah, it's terrifying. It was thundering in real life too.
It was.
Okay. Oof. Two really good ones. Sea of Darkness, where the ship just crashes into the dock. Versus Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon, where we get some fantastic, like, camera work, and we're like, Nancy's, like, sitting, like, on the floor, like, looking at people. Oh, that's such a fantastic opening.
They really tried things with that game, and it starts from moment one, and I genuinely appreciate that. Yeah, no, I love that weird Poirot-esque beginning scene.
Yeah, okay, we're going with Last Train to Blue
We're
Moon
going to
Canyon.
go Last Train.
Like, Sea of Darkness, you did good, but...
No, yeah, absolutely, but, like, especially, like, it feels like it's gonna be a lot more important than it is.
Yeah. Oof. Oh, God. There are some really good beginnings in these games. So we have Warnings of Waverly Academy, which starts with Danielle being locked in a closet.
Yeah.
Just straight up a girl being just terrorized.
Yeah, that's rough.
Versus Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake, where we're just in Sally's cabin and the phone is ringing and you can immediately die. You can just turn to your right, take one step, and you're dead.
Yeah, because this place is a fucking death trap.
Yeah, so, you know.
This is actually
That's
rough.
like the fastest you can literally kill yourself in any game is Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake.
I don't know that that's true. I feel...
No,
although,
literally,
you know what?
It takes 2 clicks to die in that game. 2 clicks to die.
What if you would open a door suddenly in
no, because you have to go
Ash.
through... You have to literally go through the bit, because it's not on fire immediately. You're going around looking for stuff,
that's true.
and then you see it start the fire. But that's not the one we were talking about.
No, I know, but I was just, you know...
I think Warnings at Waverly Academy wins here, because it's very, yet again, very cinematic.
Yeah. You know, just gotta watch a child be tortured. It's cool. Other children are doing it.
It's fine. Okay. So, Haunting of Castle Malloy, which starts with us wrecking our car, versus Danger on Deception Island, where we have that really awkward bit where, like, Katie's, like, walking to us with, like, supplies.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. My boat's been trashed. And it's like...
Girl, you did this.
She didn't.
I think she did it.
No, she didn't. Okay. But which I think Haunting of Castle Malloy with Nancy just, like, driving hands-free.
Driving hands-free while talking on the phone, and then she drives off the road because she sees a fucking glowing banshee. And, like, that's cool.
It's pretty cool. Okay. Secret of the Scarlet Hand versus Shattered Medallion. So Secret of the Scarlet Hand, we go through that whole, like, opening thing with Joanna, but I guess that's not until, like, right after. I guess that's not really the true opening.
I could have sworn that's the first scene.
I thought it was too. I think it is.
Yeah.
No, I think you have to go talk to her first, and then she takes you. But Shattered Medallion starts off with, like, a whole game show opening with where we're introducing the contestants. And my personal favorite, George Fane. It's like, why is she... That's weird. You're being really weird. And then we deal with the whole Sunny thing, being like... Mm-hmm. That's all in the opening scene.
That's all in the opening scene.
I actually...
Oh, don't watch that part.
Yeah. Pay attention to your phone. It's like, okay, buddy.
All right.
I don't know. You pick this one. Because the
I'm gonna go
opening
Shattered
of...
Medallion.
Okay. Because the opening of Scarlet Hand is iconic.
It really is. But also, I hate Joanna. So...
Okay, Deadly Device, where we see a man get murdered, versus Trail of the Twister, where we drive up in the middle of a twister. And we get to see a twister, if we look.
It's true. You know what? A good murder is a really, like, great start to a children's game.
Yeah, we love a murder.
Do love a murder. Good old-fashioned electrocution.
Okay. So Silent Spy versus Haunted Carousel. So Silent Spy, we get the letter, and then the next thing we do is have a flashback of our dead mother playing the piano.
Mom?
Yeah. So, and then if you don't even want to count that, then the next thing is getting robbed in the train station.
Yeah.
We got a lot going on there. Versus Haunted Carousel, where we're just in the hotel room. There's...
Darn. I wish that were more exciting, because, like, I like getting into that game better, but at the same time, I guess Spy has to win for this one.
Yeah. Secret of the Old Clock versus Midnight in Salem. Secret of the Old Clock is, it's 1930 versus Midnight in Salem, where we're just for some reason in Austria. I don't understand why we're in Austria in that game. So,
because, the chick who used to bone our dad, needed us to grab something, or no, we're running an errand for Carson.
Which of the chicks that used to bone our dad?
Yeah, this time I'm talking about the one we don't see.
Yeah, but no, Secret of the Old Clock, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because also, what the fuck do you mean it's 1930?
I know, it's so fantastic.
Why do you just say it like this is commonplace? Like suddenly we just jumped decades.
Okay. Round 2. Phantom of Venice versus Message in a Haunted Mansion. Oh no, editing Risa's gonna hate right now, Risa. I've been facing away from the microphone for so much. I'm so sorry, future Risa. I didn't mean to. My wrist is dislocated.
I
think Phantom of Venice wins here for that framing device that is so... Just... You may be wondering how I got here.
It's like never in another Nancy Drew game does this happen. Before
I know.
Or again. And it's just like, what was the idea here?
It wasn't good.
It wasn't good?
That's for sure. Okay. Labyrinth of Lies versus Ransom of the Seven Ships. I think Labyrinth of Lies.
Yes, absolutely.
Mostly because it's not Ransom of the Seven Ships.
Mostly.
Okay, Final Scene versus Creature of Kapu Cave. Oof. Those are pretty good.
They are. I think, this may be controversial, I'm going to go with Final Scene because at least that has an impact on the story.
Yeah, it does. And I honestly just love that it's like, wish me luck.
Like, we just barely start to walk away.
Yeah. And it's iconic. The opening of Creature of Kapu Cave is also ridiculous.
It is, absolutely. There is no denying it.
Okay, Captive Curse versus Tomb of the Lost Queen. They're both very similar, really. They start with, like... I honestly like Captive Curse better because Tomb of the Lost Queen is just so long. And it's really kind of boring. The sands of them, it's like, oh my god, just shut up. I can't skip it.
Really, though, yeah, I am going to have to go with Captive Curse. That was the other one, right? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, because we get a little movie. It's adorable. I love it.
Long ago.
Long ago.
Okay, Crystal Skull versus Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon. Both of those are fantastic.
Man.
This is actually really tough for me.
This is a difficult one. Fuck.
I think Legend of the Crystal Skull.
Yeah.
Because I think it just immediately, like, I appreciate that Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon tried these things, but it didn't really hit so much. Whereas Legend of the Crystal Skull also tried things, and it was very effective.
Hit much better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yep,
It's so good. Okay. Warnings of Waverly Academy versus Haunting of Castle Malloy.
I'm gonna have to go with Haunting of Castle Malloy.
You're like, the one where a child is not being tormented.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with non-claustrophobic for 200.
Yeah. Shattered Medallion versus Deadly Device. That one's easy. It's Deadly Device. We watch a man get murdered.
For sure. For sure.
Okay, Silent Spy versus Secret of the Old Clock. I think Secret of the Old Clock.
I think I'm gonna have to go Secret
It's
of the Old Clock.
1930.
Yeah, because, I mean, Spy starts with just, like, reading a letter, and it's like...
And then it's just mom is like...
It's 1930, okay?
Okay. Phantom of Venice versus Labyrinth of Lies. I say Phantom of Venice.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Phantom of Venice.
Okay. Final Scene versus Captive Curse.
I am going to have to go with Captive Curse, because they didn't have to do that.
They were
But they
very
did it for
extra.
us.
They did. Okay, Haunting of Castle Malloy versus Legend of the Crystal Skull. I'm still gonna go with Legend of the Crystal Skull.
Yeah, I am too, just because, honestly, it's a more submersive scene.
Yeah, also, for me, it really does just take me out of it that we just don't see Nancy's hands.
Yeah, that is deeply
Like, that's-
concerning.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, they
have
really
we ever covered her telekinesis?
they really tried things with that game, especially with, like, the mechanics in it, but not many of them hit,
No.
in my opinion. The
No.
weird third person walking
Oh
was
my
not
god,
good.
I hate it so much. I hate it
So, yeah,
much.
okay. Deadly Device versus Secret of the Old Clock.
Ooh.
That's very tough. On one hand, we have murder, and then on the other hand, it's 1930.
Yeah.
I know that's not how it sounds like, okay, guys, I get that, but I'm
Yeah,
still gonna do it.
1930.
Yeah, that's closer.
19-year-old Nancy Drew in her blue roadster.
I think she's technically, they say she's 18 in that one.
Oh, yeah. Whatever.
But yeah, the year 1930. Okay.
The place, Titusville.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we're gonna go with Secret of the Old Clock.
As much as it's just so bizarre. It's so bizarre. I love it.
I love it. Okay. Phantom of Venice versus Captive Curse. Phantom of Venice. Like, Captive Curse is good and fun, but Phantom of Venice is just like we're about to drown, and then we have, like, a dissolve to where we were before.
Like, I'm sorry, I have been in that scene later, and there is no way she's thinking that right then.
Yeah. It's just...
It's bizarre.
Legend of the Crystal Skull versus Secret of the Old Clock. That is literally the hardest thing we've had all night so far.
Oh.
Oh, man. God, that's really, really rough.
It is. If nothing else, one is just more visually,
I feel like
stimulating, while the other is just baffling.
I feel like Legend of the Crystal Skull gets it here because I think it's very... Mm-hmm. It's, like, good instead of just bizarre.
It definitely actually throws you into the game. And, like, from there on in, you're and like, okay.
The rain sound effects and stuff. Okay, yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
We have Phantom of Venice versus Legend of the Crystal Skull. Those are two incredible openings to games.
They really are.
But
like,
this is not as hard as I felt it was going to be. I think it's Legend of the Crystal Skull.
Yeah, literally just because it doesn't pull you out of that.
Yeah, and it just, like... To me... Phantom of Venice is, yet again, it's fun and bizarre. Mm-hmm. Whereas Legend of the Crystal Skull actually feels like the cinematography.
The cinematography.
Yeah. Like, honestly, you watch that and it's just really well done.
Mm-hmm.
The timing is great, the sounds are great. Just, the visuals are fantastic. Okay, there we have it. Legend of the Crystal Skull.
We love a good kickstart in our game.
Yeah, we fucking love it.
That is the scientific winner.
It is. As you remember, our brackets are the scientific way to decide things. And if you guys can repeat the experiment at home, but if you come to a different conclusion, then you just did it wrong. Because that's how science works. So if you do this and you would like to share it with us, you can share it with us on our Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Discord. Definitely tell us on Discord.
Definitely, yeah.
YouTube, Twitch, I might have already said, and our fancy website, krolmeistersisters.knifefightclub.com.
You can also find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. And in those places, you can, tell people that our brackets are bomb.
Yeah. If you would like to support us, you can subscribe to us on Twitch to get access to our cute little wine glass emote, our Scopa emote, our Sister No emote, and at Tier 2, our Peace Out emote. You also get access to Podcast Night VODs and the backer channel on our Discord. Or you can support us over on patreon.com/KrolmeisterSisters to get access to Podcast Night VODs, the backer channel on our Discord, stream cat pictures, and you can tell us what to talk about. So yeah, as a reminder, I'm Marisa.
I am Ariana.
And we're the Krolmeister Sisters, and we're asking you guys to stay sleuthy.